All right, welcome back, and let's talk about your relationship with money. Now, who doesn't love money? Well, all of us do, definitely. But how many of us truly understand our relationship with money? This is where things tend to get complicated. On the Eating Money Show today, we will tell you how you can build a good rapport with money and understand the psychology behind it. Let's bring on board Ms. Kritika Zutshi, clinical psychologist of Fortis Hospital Kalyan Mulund. Kritika, good evening and welcome to the show. So, when we talk about a relationship with money or love your money, there's a lot of greed factor attached to it, or basic understanding of people tend to think it or take it that way. What do we actually mean when we want to explain people about having a good and a healthy rapport with money?
Good relationship and a healthy rapport with money indicates how we see money, what is the purpose of money in our life, what are the goals that we are trying to achieve with money. A good question to start with would be that what is money bringing us? What is the why are we saving? Why are we earning? If we have money, then where is money leading us? And that gives us a good view of what we want to achieve with that money. And when once we know where the goals are and what we want to do with that money, that gives us an understanding at how we are behaving on a day-to-day basis, and if that behavior is aligned with our goals. So when that behavior, the day-to-day behavior, is not aligned with our goals, we believe that the relationship with money is not stable, or rather it could be better. For example, if my goal for money is to save and earn and get a big house, and my day-to-day behaviors indicate a lot of erratic spending and not keeping a track of money, I will obviously not have a very good relationship with what I want to achieve, and therefore I will feel very dissatisfied, unsatisfied with how I have a bond with my money that I earn.
So, now a very important question. Where should actually your money lead you?
It is very different and subjective for
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
So most people tend to attach a lot of things with the money. For example, a lot of people might see money as a source of achieving their goals, the luxuries. A lot of people might see attachment with their self-worth or respect, prestige, the social status. So our the lead, or where we want to go with the money we want to earn, depends on what we want out of it. Is money the goal? We want to make more money, and then what? Or is money means of achieving something later in life? Therefore, money has to lead every individual according to what they want in our lives. And a balanced relationship with money would look like having having a balance between your short-term goals. Short-term goals means what you do with your money on a day-to-day basis, and long-term goals. What are you doing to save money? How well are you planning for the future, and where does the plan lead you to? So a good relationship and the lead where the money is taking us should have a balance, and the balance should be very subtle to keep us satisfied on a day-to-day basis, so that we are not sacrificing our day-to-day quality of life, and we're also not anxious, or we are not uncertain of what if an emergency comes upon us, and then what we'll do. We don't have an emergency fund. So there has to be a subtle balance between the two.
What if someone really wants to earn a lot of money? Will that make that person very greedy? Is that right?
Greedy might be a word that is used very popularly. However, the reason why the person wants to earn money is what gives us an understanding of the need. So let's say if the person wants to earn money so that he's accepted in the circle, that does not indicate a greed in the person. Let's say if the person wants to earn a lot of money so that he interprets that his own worth is related to it, that again does not indicate that he is greedy. Greedy is a subjective word, often in a negative connotation. But when we start comparing ourselves with our social circle that we sit and stand with, that comparison leads us to being very unsatisfied with the money that we have on a day-to-day basis.
How do you differentiate need and wants then over here? It's very important to understand now to strike a balance and to be satisfied with whatever you have. One needs to figure out how much is enough and how much are you okay with having in your kitty. And one should also understand that once you are satisfied with all the needs that you have, you can go ahead and then figure out how to plan for your wants. Is that right? How can we differentiate between the two?
You stated it very correctly that one must have the ability to understand what the needs and the wants are and what is the difference between the two. Need is something that you cannot survive with, that you need, like food or shelter or clothes. But what is want depends on how much money we have left over from the short goals that we can develop, that we can use on a daily basis, and that describes the difference between needs and wants. When there is a problem in understanding and distinguishing between the needs and wants, that is where a person might have a lot of problem in prioritizing the needs first and then the wants, because there is no clear understanding between the needs and the wants. So a good question that you ask for yourself between, so to understand if it is a need or if it is a want, is how much do you actually need it, how much is it necessary, and if at all you can actually live without it, or how much, what is the percentage that you can that you're going to use this particular product, a particular thing in your life. And that will give you a clear understanding, because needs and wants will be very different from people to people. So every person must ask a couple of these questions to understand if they actually need this. And a lot of people are unable to do this uh, because of something called that is impulsivity, that leads to a lot of spending without a proper thought. So people might be spending a lot and without giving a proper thought if they actually need it or not. But because they like the optics of the things that they look at, they perceive that they like how it looks in the showroom. They think that they need it. So a good criteria to differentiate between need and want is give some delay time to understand if the need is there or is it just a want, a momentary lapse in your judgment.
Question to you. How does your rapport or your relationship with money impact your personal relationships?
Oh, it definitely impacts, because in the society that we have been brought up, and the values and the morals that comes directly from our family is so much so that we tend to identify with the money. It's not uncommon to see people feeling that they will be respected if they earn certain figures in on an annual basis. It's not uncommon to see that people associate their confidence with the money. Therefore, people who believe that they are not wealthy enough might feel that they're also less confident. It's not about the actual money that they have, it's about how they think about money in their lives, how they perceive, how they feel about money, and where do they associate money other than the actual needs. If it is impacting their self worth, they can use money, and they might need to earn money so that they feel good with themselves, that they would, when they earn certain figures, they would feel this is something that I had wanted, and this is something that I want in the future. But when you reach the future, your goals and your mindset has completely changed. So this is something that can be taken forward.
So it's very important to have a very healthy relationship with money, like all your other relationships, and the ultimate goal and the kind of balance that Kritika also was talking. I think that's the stage when you realize that you have reached the financial freedom that you always wanted. And once you achieve that, everything in life gets sorted, be the relationship with money or your other relationships and things that you have, which also act as a cushioning factor in your entire life. Thank you so much, Ritika, for being a part of this discussion. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.